Wyss. And, well, he's a billionaire from Switzerland, and he's got his eye on big-time American media properties. What's his end game here? A lot of folks are looking at this, some with suspicion. I'd like to bring in Hayden Ludwig. He is a senior investigative researcher for the Capital Research Center. Sir, welcome to Newsmax. How are you?
Great. Good to be with you. Thank you.
Quite frankly, I've never heard about this guy before, but he's very wealthy and very ambitious in terms of acquiring American media properties. What's the problem?
Well, this is a Swiss billionaire who is basically, up until recently, was trying to acquire the parent company for some of the largest newspapers in America. The Chicago Tribune, Baltimore Sun, about a dozen of these different things. This is the height of hypocrisy coming from a known liberal donor to activist and environmentalist causes who is actively trying to meddle in American media and American politics.
So far, he's struck out. He wanted the Chicago Tribune. That has not worked out, or is that still in the works?
To my knowledge, he's canceled out of it, but his bigger legacy still stands about his connections to left-wing dark money through his foundation that's located in the United States, the Wyss Foundation.
All right. So is he a Soros type? I mean, I know what Soros is up to. He's funding all those radicals for all kinds of races around the country, especially district attorneys. That's a real problem, and we're seeing results on the streets. What's this guy's end game? What would he like to see come of all of his work in America?
Well, Hansjorg Wyss is the most important mega donor that you've never heard of, and he likes to keep it that way. He doesn't really enjoy the limelight, unlike George Soros, but he's really well regarded on the professional activist left that I study. And the reason why is because his multi-billion-dollar Wyss Foundation has given hundreds of millions of dollars to professional activist groups over the years, like the Sierra Club and the Environmental Defense Fund. And groups like this are basically trying to reshape America with things like the Green New Deal. But he's also tied to massive multi-billion-dollar dark money networks that are trying to reshape America's courts, pushing things like court packing, pushing things like trying to derail the confirmations of Brett Kavanaugh in 2018 and Amy Coney Barrett in 2019. So this is a guy who's got his roots deep in the United States politics, but his billions are basically untouched by the United States because he's a Swiss billionaire. He's not an American citizen.
Hey, by the way, can you take us through dark money? I know about the dark web. Dark money, what is it?
Well, dark money is a liberal term and basically describes spending that the left doesn't like, free speech that it wants to shut down. Dark money, it basically refers to, broadly speaking, money spent by what we call 501c4 nonprofits. And I don't want to get arcane with you, but basically these are lobbying organizations. But these lobbying organizations are allowed to spend huge amounts of money trying to influence the outcome of elections. Well, Wyss's foundation has a very unusual connection to one of these dark money 501c4 groups that, ironically, left-wingers like Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island complain is dark money, but they don't seem to notice groups on the left. And we've connected the Wyss Foundation funding these kinds of dark money causes, again, to tilt the courts, but also to reshape American politics. They brag about funding left-wing get-out-the-vote groups ahead of the 2020 election, which target minorities in urban areas that are likely to vote for Democrats, especially Joe Biden.
All right, Hansjorg Wyss. Haven't heard of you before, but I'm going to keep my eye on you. And Hayden, we expect you to keep tabs on this guy as well. Hayden Ludwig from the Capital Research Center, we appreciate it so much.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
You bet. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.